directed our offense, and thought we played pretty clean defensively, just cleaned some things up. They say your most improvements from your first to second game, and I'm looking forward to that because we certainly have some things we need to work on. And I'll go ahead and open up for any questions.
Raise your hand, we'll get your microphone. Brandon, over here to the left.
Well, Will, would you talk about what you saw defensively? I know you hadn't seen the film yet, but you did a good job keeping them out of the end zone, and in the first half pretty much dominated that.
Well, again, Florida lost some really good talent off last year's football team. They had some new faces as well as us. But I really felt like we dominated on the line of scrimmage. We played well, cutting some receivers off down the field. We'll face better this year. But for a first ball game, from the most part, our communication and execution was decent. Some things we need to get cleaned up and move forward. We were able to put a lot of guys tonight, so that's always good.
Mike, right here in the middle.
Can you just expand on some of the things you thought John did real well in terms of throwing the ball and making reads?
Taking what they gave him. I mean, how many swing passes do we throw to Jeff and Chris? Get the ball in space to your playmakers. I thought they did a great job with that. The most impressive throw tonight, can't remember who it threw it to, was over on our sideline to convert a third down, and he got hit right in the chops when he was getting rid of it. And he stood in there and took a big hit. Actually did that two times through the night. So just very pleased with how he directed the offense, got us in the right runs, got us in the right protections, took the ball to the right spots, and certainly we've got some things to clean up. But for a first ball game, first offense, new scheme, all of the newness to everything, we're doing very pleased with the performance.
Kevin, over here to the left.
Not every day someone scores a touchdown, rushing, receiving, and not a return. What does that speak to Chris Rainey and his skill set? What is it with that?
Well, he's just a very talented young man. He works extremely hard. If you came to practice, you'd see a guy that gives 100% all the time in everything he does. He loves competing, and he's a lot of fun to coach because he really enjoys the game of football. But very talented catching the ball, running the ball, and then on our block units, he does an outstanding job.
Joe in the middle.
Well, I'm sure you've been waiting for this day for a long time. What's it like for you personally?
Oh, it was exciting, to be able to the preparation I enjoy as much as anything, and then game day being able to run out of the tunnel and know the excitement that our players had. It's about players to me, and it's really about seeing those guys fulfill a lot of their work and see their work come to a conclusion as far as going to the game time and playing a game, and that's what I enjoy seeing that as much as anything.
Mike, over here to the left. Coach, over here to the left.
Coach, your dad said that he wished your granddad had been here to see you come out of the tunnel. Any chance to think about Papa Muss at all this week?
Well, I guarantee he's thinking about me and watching. He had watched me in the backyard every day for probably 5 or 6 years, and was as close to me growing up as any parent or friend.
Jason, over here to the right.
Will, you started to say something about the game going according to script at the beginning. Can you elaborate a little bit on that and how you felt everything?
Well, I just starting fast, Jason. As far as you moving the ball offensively, we had the dadgum bad snap there. We got to get that ironed out. I know when y'all rolled your eyes when you saw that, didn't you? But that was disappointing. But when you're moving the ball, and the kids had a lot of confidence in what we're doing, and anytime you're new, there's newness, there's new scheme, there's new coaches. How are we going to respond when things don't go well? How are we going to respond when we have a bad snap? How are you going to respond when we don't convert a third down? I mean, those are things that it's always interesting to see how they handle, how the kids handle it, how we handle it. We certainly didn't face as much adversity as I would have maybe have wanted to tonight. Now, I would have liked to have had more adversity in the game to have us handle those situations. We got 2 sudden change situations defensively. I thought we responded decently. So, what I mean from as well as script is taking it down and scoring on the first drive. Getting points early in the game and getting some momentum for our football team.